Happy New Year! Welcome to another Fact or Fiction Friday. I'm Chris McKell, the guinea pig, and since it's the new year, everyone's doing their resolutions, I thought we would talk about the fact or the fiction that resolutions are broken within the first month. Well, as you can see here, it's a fact, sad to say. Most people, 80%, stop or lose their chance of reaching their goal or break their resolution within the first month of the new year. So the reason this is because many people are making resolutions or goals that are just not smart. Some of you might know what a SMART goal is, others not. So we're going to go through what a SMART goal is. SMART means it's an acronym for being specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. I'm going to kind of break down each one of these and compare it to a lot of resolutions that people are having, maybe about losing weight, quit smoking, making some more money, trying to stop drinking. I did this one a couple weeks ago when we had our Fact Fiction Friday about trying to stop drinking and lose weight, get out of debt, want to save some more money, spend time with your family, or go traveling. A lot of millennials like to go travel more. And then give you some examples of things that I've done in the past and things that I'm doing in the future to help you guys learn how to make SMART goals. So if we look at something that's specific, for example, if you want to lose weight, it's a goal, but it's not specific. I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to lose 30 pounds, or I want to weigh 210, or whatever the weight you want to be, that makes it specific. If you're saying you want to lose weight, that's not specific, so the chance of you accomplishing that goal is a lot less than if you have a set number you're trying to reach. Is it measurable? Well, if you're trying to lose weight, it's very easily measurable. Get on the damn scale, look down, you can see how much you weigh and how much you're losing day after day, month after month. Is it achievable? It can be, or maybe not. If I want to say I want to lose 20, 30 pounds, it might be achievable. If I want to say I want to lose 100 pounds and I only weigh 200 pounds, I'm never going to weigh 100 pounds, so that's not going to be achievable. It's also not going to be realistic. Right, so to be realistic, we got to make sure that your body can be a certain weight and accomplish that. And then the biggest one that a lot of people don't understand, it's got to be time bound. So being time bound means it's got to have an end date. So a lot of resolutions are usually time bound because you're trying to do it by the end of the year or throughout that whole year. But you want to have a date to achieve this. If I want to lose weight, okay, I want to weigh 230 or 200 pounds by 2018, it's fine, but you might want to say, I want to lose be 210 by June, or set a more specific date than just the end of the year, because then you'll just be fighting to get to the end of the year. You might let off a little bit during the middle, so make sure it's time bound. So to give you an example, last year I had a goal in 2017, not a very smart one, I can tell you that, to read 52 books in the year. That's one per week. I started off on fire. I read 3 books within the first 2 weeks. I was going to kill it, and then I just fell off the cliff, stopped reading. I probably read 5 books all of last year. This, my friends, was not a very smart goal. I've never read 12 books in an entire year. How the heck was I going to read 52 books? So this year I've decided, all right, let's be more realistic. I think I can read 1 book a month. I mean, that's 4 weeks to read a book. There's audiobooks you can listen to when you're driving. So let me see if I can get 12 books done in the year first, and then maybe the next year I can start adding more and reading more if I think it's even achievable. But you can see how this was unrealistic to read 52 when I've never read 12 in a year. It probably wasn't achievable because I'd have to read 1 a week with everything else I had going on. It was time bound. It was specific. Another example I have over here, I love Spartan Racing. I'm sure many of you have heard of it. If not, it's an obstacle course race. So there's 3 types, 3 distances. There's a sprint, a super, and a beast. Beast is really long, can be 12 miles or so. Super's around 8, and then sprint's a quick 3-mile, kind of a 5K with a bunch of obstacles. So my goal was to complete my first Spartan trifecta last year. And I know it's achievable. I've run a sprint, I've done a super before, I've never done them all in the same year, but I knew I could do these. But what happened was, it wasn't realistic. because what happened was I had the events during these races. I had a wedding, I had a family trip for the ones that were in Florida, which is easily for me to get to. So I couldn't attend a couple of these, so how was I going to get the trifecta? I'd have to go out of state, spend a lot of money to go to Oklahoma, Texas, New York, somewhere else to race these, so it wasn't realistic. I couldn't achieve it, so it just wasn't a smart goal for me in 2017. This year, I had the same goal, but I'm going to achieve it this year. Why? Because I planned better. I know I can do it once. It's specific. I have the dates picked out for the races I'm going to do. I'm doing this one in Florida, the Florida Sprint in South Florida. I'm doing the Super in Chicago. I've already booked my flight, and my wife will go on a trip. And then the Beast is in Central Florida, or actually Lakeland, at the end of the year in December. I have my plan. I know I can reach these. I haven't booked anything else. I scheduled these ready to go. So now, where it was an unsmart goal last year, it's a smart goal this year. So other examples when you're looking at things to do, make sure you put all these goals in perspective. So you want to make more money. Well, make sure it's specific, not just make more money. I want to make 50K. If you made 50 last year, maybe you want to make 70 or 60. Don't say you want to make 250. Probably not realistic. Make sure it's measurable. If you want to get out of debt, well, that's pretty measurable, right? You know how much debt you have, 20K. You want to get it off, so it's measurable. Spend more time with family. How is that measurable? How are you going to measure more time with your family? How much time you're spending now? You're going to compare that to the time you're spending this year. Travel more. It's measurable as well. Obviously, if you went on one vacation last year, want to go on two this year, there you go, you're traveling more. Are they achievable? Can you get out of debt within the year? That's usually a big feat to do, so I don't know if that's really realistic or achievable. So maybe you want to pay off your credit cards. Obviously, I don't know how you're going to pay off your mortgage and your credit card and all that at once. Your house is a debt, just so you guys realize. Stop drinking. That's a tough one. You know, I went through the 30-day experiment, and it was pretty difficult. But if you're going to plan these things, it's good to have a strategy. So I put a little thing here that says set a plan. How are you going to reach that goal, right? So think about money. It's going to cost money to achieve any of these goals you're doing. For example, my Spartan race, it's going to be $300 or $400 just to race them. I have to pay for a flight, hotel room here, different stuff. So do I even have the money to accomplish this? So think about the money. Logistics, again, I got to go to Miami for this one, Central Florida for this one, Chicago for this one. Obviously, I need plane tickets and all these things. I got family and things, so I have to get to plan all that out to make sure you got a chance to reaching these goals. Skills. Do you even have the skill sets to reach this goal, right? If I want to be an NFL player, I doubt I have the skills to do that, so it's a really unrealistic goal. If I want to just be good at football, I can train and do things like that. If you want to become a triathlete or something, and you're not a good swimmer, you know, is that even achievable to go out there and swim a couple miles in the ocean? Don't know, but maybe you can say, I want to swim, be able to swim 300 yards this year, 500 yards this year. Do that, then the next year keep on changing. Don't say I'm going to be a triathlete this year. So when you plan your goals, make sure you're looking at the money, logistics, skills. Put everything against this acronym. If it's SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound. I will provide down in the comments a link to a little SMART sheet that you can use to put your goals in and write them out and see if they're smart. And it's still early. It's only day 5 or 6 of the year of 2018. Relook at your goals that you set, your resolutions. There's still time to change them. Don't be part of this statistic. Be part of the 20% that get past this, and the only 8% that actually reach their resolutions by the end of the year or their goals. Think about it. Change it if you have to. Till next week, I'm Chris McKell signing off.